Kal Kadosh. Good afternoon. Masechet Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi Daf Samech Aleph Amud Aleph 61a1. Starting the Mishnah. The Mishnah says, "Hamtayeri enoshel of dekochavim." If a Jew is coming and he's pressing, he's trampling on the wine of an oved kochavim b'tarav v'notno b'rishuto, and he's giving it to him in his possession, b'bayit in the house of Tuch l'shut Rabim, which is open to the public thoroughfare. Be'ir sheyesh ba'ovdei kochavim b'Yisraelim. There's also non-Jews and Jews as well. Mutar, it's going to be permitted. But if it's a city which is full of goyim, it's going to be asur. Ad shioshiv shomer, until he's going to put a shomer on the wine to make sure nothing happens to the wine. He doesn't have to be there the entire time. Even though he's going to be yotzev nichnas, in and out, in and out, in and out, it's going to be mutar. Rabbi Shimon Elazar says, Reshut of Dekochavim achati. The entire Reshut of Dekochavim is considered one. Okay? Hamtaeri enoshel of Dekochavim. If you're right now coming and you're doing the yain of an oved kochavim, venotno b'shuto v'ala kotov lo, and he's writing, Hitkabalti mincha me'ot, I received the money. Mutar, it's going to be permitted. But if he wants to take it out, he tells him, no. Give me the money. Show me the money before you take it out. And they said it's going to be prohibited. Says the Gemara, even if it's going to be a city where everyone's of Dekochavim, why shouldn't it be mutar? Yeah? He says, you have the peddlers. The peddlers are coming, the Israel, and they're selling bosem, they're selling perfumes. So therefore, if he put it there, the goy is going to be afraid to touch it. Why? Because one of the peddlers, the Jew, is going to see it. He's going to say, hey, what are you touching the wine? What's going on over here? Samar Shmuel, and Shmuel says, no, it's a city that has gates and locks. So therefore, basically, the goyim could do whatever they want. The Amar of Yosef says of Yosef, chalon is kishut rabim, meaning if the chalon of the Israel is open, so it's like kishut rabim, because everyone could see it. The ashpa kishut rabim, or a garbage place, because everyone could come to the garbage to throw the garbage. The dikla kishut rabim, also a dekel, right, the palm tree. So says the Gemara, psik reshe, if right now the top, right, of the dekel is cut off, pligi baravacha veravina, there's a machlok between Ravacha and Ravina, chada asar, one of them says it's going to be asur, vechad shari, and one of them says it's going to be mutar. Man de asar, according to the mandamar that says that it's going to be asur, lama le de salikatam, he says, why do you need to go up there? Uman de shari, and the one that permits, he says, zimna davda le be'emam, he lost an animal, and he goes there, so he's going to see what's going on. Meaning, because if not, then what are they doing there? Meaning, like, why are you not going to suspect that the goy is going to come and do whatever he wants? So, Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a Braita. What happens if you purchase or you're renting a house in the chatzer of a goy, and milu yain, and you come and you're going to fill up a barrel of wine, right? Now, a Jew is living in that chatzer. Mutar, it's going to be mutar. Even though the Jew does not have the mafteach and the chotem, it's still going to be mutar. 61b. If it's going to be also that the Jew is in another chatzer, it's also going to be mutar. But he has to have the mafteach and the chotem in his hands, meaning he has to have everything in his hands in order to come in and out. And Israel is living in that chatzer, mutar. As long as he's got the mafteach and the chotem, everything, he's got everything in his hands. So Elmaleh Rabbi Yochanan Tana says Rabbi Yochanan to the Tana, Tani afal pisher mafteach v'chotam yodo mutar. Even though he doesn't have the mafteach chotam yodo, it's going to be permitted. Bechatzer acheret, it's going to be in another chatzer, it's going to be asur. Afal pisher mafteach v'chotam yodo. These are the words of Rabbi Meir. V'chachamim osrim at sheyesh shomer yoshev mushamer at sheyavo memuneh haba lekitzin. He says no, you need a shomer there, and that that he's coming, he has to be there. So says the Gemara, what case is the chachamim going on? Chachamim ahai. If you're telling me on the seifa. He also prohibited it, but it has to be a reisha de seifa, on the beginning of the seifa. He says even if he doesn't have the mafteach, so he says, but rather it has to be a seifa de reisha. That the Tanakama says if it's going to be another chatzer, it's mutar as long as he's got the mafteach and chotem. And the chachamim argue and they say it's going to be a sur until you have a shomer or until you have somebody that's watching over it, which is basically the like a memuneh haba lekitzin, somebody that's coming and watching over the different things. So he says, "Memuneh b'bale kitzin griuta." That's not good. So he says, "Elad she'yavo memuneh she'eno bale kitzin." It has to be somebody that's that's physically there the entire time. The Shimon Elazar says, "Reshut of dekochavim achati." It's all one possession. So so they ask the following question: Shimon Elazar, is he coming la'akel or is he coming la'achmin? So Rav Yehuda Amar Ziri la'akel. He's coming to be lenient, and Rav Nachman says coming to be machmin. Rav Yehuda amar ziri la'akel ve'achi kama Tanakama. This is what the Tanakama says. Keshem shebirshuto asur. So to birshuto v'kochavim acher nami is going to be asur. V'chayshiran legomlin. And we're going to suspect for gomlin that each one is going to do a favor to his friend. Right? That's the concept of gomlin. That each one, you know what? I do you a favor, you do me a favor, and then that's it. So he said, Shimon Lazar argues and he says, birshuto in his own possession. But birshuto v'kochavim acher, it's going to be mutar, and we're not going to suspect that one of them is going to do a favor to the other one. Rav Nachman says the name of Ziri Lachmin. Hehachi kamar Tanakama. This is what the Tanakama says. When are these words birshuto? Aval birshuto v'kochavim acher. But if it's going to be in the possession of another goy, it's going to be mutar. V'lo chayshinan legomlin. We're not going to suspect for gomlin. Rabbi Shimon ben Lazar says kol reshuto v'kochavim achati. Well, we do suspect to gomlin because it's all one entity. All of it is the reshut of Israel, of a goy. So says the Gemara, Tana kavated Rav Nachman amar zire lechumre. So we learned in accordance to the zire lechumra. Amar b'Shimon Lazar, kol reshut of dekochavim achati mipnei ramayin. You know why? Because of the ramin, the cheaters, the ones that tricksters, that they come and they start doing gomlin one to another. There was a story now, the ve parzak rofila, right, of the house of Parzak. Otivu chamra gaber isaihu. They put wine on top of the Yisrael b'shut isam of their sharecropper, which was a goy. When do we suspect for gomlin? He says when they're going to put it by him. But here, he says it's not normal that the hadith is going to come and put it there, right? He says we're not going to suspect for gomlin. The Rabbi said the opposite. You're not going to be choshesh for gomlin if he's not afraid. Here, since he's afraid of him, right? So he's going to give him the permission to go into the house, and he's going to be mechape alav in order to, right? And then he's going to say that he didn't touch it. So keraba dehava kraka taviati bechamra d'Yisrael. There was a story of a krach echad ishtako v'kovim davaka benedani. They found the goy that was between the barrels. Amarava nipas alav keganav. If he's going to be like a ganav, it's going to be permitted the wine. But if not, then it's going to be prohibited. But that means he actually did something with the wine. Hadran alach bishmael.